Hi everyone. It's that time again. Happy New Year to everyone out there. Well, almost New Year's. I'm recording this video today on the 31st. I got off of work nice and early. Got all prettied up for my cooking stream tonight that we're going to be doing. Um, and it's time to do our year in review, and we're here with last year's video. Without last year's video, I know you can see like the little bar under it. That was like other videos, and we're going to go through last year, see what exactly we did, what exactly we didn't. Um, I got a lot to talk about. So let's just get into it. Okay. There you go. Gotta get all nice and sappy and everything. But yeah, this is gonna be the new setup, you guys. Where I'm doing setting streams. God, it's expanded a lot. I didn't want to do green screen stuff anymore, only because like I have like all this cool stuff behind me, and yeah, you get to see it every now and again while we're dancing or whatever, but just like I want to neaten my space up. There's I got a Go XLR this year. I got a Stream Deck. I got that sitting right here, and I'm starting to set everything up, and I really want to like use that all. I kind of just want to, kind of want it to look different. And I really like the way this looks. I do. We'll be wearing a new Kraken headset. I love it. Got shelving and stuff. And our new stuff, as you can see. Tilted Nation headphone holder here. It's also RGB. It's just lots of cool things, you guys. And I'm able to get all this because of you guys. You guys have done so much for me this year. I mean, this is a Christmas present from Suna, but like the Tilted Nation thing, that's like I'm like sponsored with them because you guys are amazing. We got our. By the way, if you notice, I traded headphones with Asuna because I couldn't use the one that's in the video there because it doesn't work with the XLR. On my PC here. Because there's only a regular aux input. There's no USB input for the audio. So we switched because she got these for herself, and then those ones for me. This is like all been built like so I could use them. Like when I was taking any of your donations, I put it back into the stream for everything. Always. Every single time. I've never asked for money. I've never done any of that. And this year, I made the really difficult decision to ask you guys for money to help me with surgery because I decided that I wanted to get to that point in my life. I didn't think I was going to get there. I don't know if I mentioned it in this video that I had here, but I wanted to, I do want to do this now that I've started my transition, which I'm super happy for, and it's thanks to you guys. It's thanks to the information that I found. It's thanks for everything. So I really do appreciate you. I do. And you guys have raised $3,000 already. Like, that's amazing. Like, I know I'm putting my own money into this because I'm putting $50 a week into this fund and everything. But we're already over at $3,000 since we started saving because some very kind people that I don't know why. I really don't. I know I go out of my way for everybody. It's just, it's hard to accept gifts for myself. And again, it's part of working on myself. Like last night, we were celebrating New Year's with Callie and Wolf, and we were at the casino and having a lot of fun, and we went to go get Denny's afterwards, and like they paid for dinner, and I was like miserable because they paid for dinner or whatever. I'm like, no, like I need to learn to just accept things. Like I wanted to, just little things like that. Like I really need to learn. So, guys, with 2019 in the books, we got a nice fresh new year, as you can see. It's got, it's obviously the first today. My day off. I'm just kind of chilling here and working on a bunch of stuff like this, like getting this all situated. Oh my god! I'm gonna have the LED strip back. I'm so happy I got rid of it. Behind me, I don't have it on right now, but like everything will be up and running again. So and different, nice looking. I really do. So to like to go over 2020 stuff, so it's gonna be more kind of the same thing. I think I did a really good job of 2019 of describing what I wanted for myself. Obviously we didn't hit all our goals, but we hit most of the things that we wanted to hit, like the big things. Like the 10K was like a big one. That was like a big one for me. I didn't think I'd start transitioning this year, but I did, and we're 7 months into that process now. And you could see the difference in my face. You could see the difference in my mood.
You can see
That everything is just much
even
brighter,
more
happier,
of a change from this
more cheerful. Not
to
that it's like
this.
hard to be more cheerful, because I'm always like super
I
cheerful
can't
here,
believe
but like
the changes that I see right
just my
now.
day-to-day
Like
activity,
playing the
like,
video from the
I'm
beginning,
always bright.
I
I'm always
almost
got
broke down in
smiles
tears
on.
immediately.
And I think that like
opening
rubs
it.
off on other people. And because like I came out at work and did all that stuff, because I work so good, and because I'm a master tech in my field, like I can't get any higher than I am at my job, certification wise. That I was respected, even though like they didn't quite understand at first. Everyone calls me Sarah there, except for maybe 2 people. Maybe 2 people, and everyone respects me, and everyone's always like,
not so good
remember
anymore.
how I, like in this video, in the first video here, I'm like, I'm not gonna jump on people for people saying, oh, he or anything like that, because I know it's gonna take time, and when they correct themselves without even me saying anything, like, how can I be mad at that? I know they're trying, and I know they respect me because they're trying, because if they didn't, they wouldn't try at all, and they wouldn't use my name at all, which I think we've gotten completely out of the books. Like no one calls me my dead name at work except for one person, and the other person, who I don't like so much, calls me by my last name because he's like, I don't know what to call you because I don't want to offend you anyway.
So that one
Like,
person was actually like my CEO of that company, and we got into like a bunch of
it's
it.
about me. It's not
like,
about
really
him.
bad.
So anyway,
we'll
with my
talk
job,
about it,
like I
'cause
just
we're
gotta
gonna have a
keep
lot of
at
things
it,
to talk
and
about. So
because I make such decent money, I'm able to transition and able to continue doing what I'm doing, and still, do what I gotta do. I did have to, unfortunately, like cancel like a lot of people's subs and everything this past couple months. Because we're really like rolling along with getting my money together for surgery. So that little bit of money that I was spending, I was literally spending like $150 a month just like in subs and Patreons and stuff like that. I just had to pull it back a little bit so I could focus on myself for at least a year. So I was subbed to you and I have canceled it. I'm very sorry. But I will be going back eventually. I promise you. It's just right now I got to save every single dime and penny that I can. Or obviously we have PAX coming up in 2 weeks, and after that it's all surgery.
God, I wish I could say that again.
And once the surgery
Wish I
bill
could
is
be going to
filled
PAX
and
again in 2
completed,
weeks.
like I'll go right back to subbing to everyone that I did and tenfold paying it all back. I know I don't need to, but just like I want to. I've always wanted to. I've always loved supporting people. It was always part of my mentality to support others, even if I couldn't be there all the time for it. It was my way of saying thank you for being who you are and being a dear friend of mine. I could go like into my subscription list now and you can see how long it was. Like it's super long. But I had to pull it back, and it hurt me to hit cancel like on every single one of those subs, but I had to. And I hope you guys understand. So yeah. So obviously it's a resolution. I gotta have a weight loss goal. It's like a normal resolution. It's like I gotta. Alright, so as you heard in the video, like we were shooting for 235 for PAX, which we got to 240. Like we knocked it down to 240, and then I stopped. I stopped taking care of like myself, but like I kind of like balanced with it or whatever. Like I didn't like fully like dive back into like what I did.
This is not gonna be
I
good.
didn't like really take care of myself. So we're 10 pounds less than where we were at the beginning of last year. So that's good. It's not great. That means we've consistently lost a pound a month almost, give or take. But like we were down to 240 and I could have held it there, and I didn't. I didn't take care of myself. And this year I want to get back down. Instead of like making a goal for 210, I think 230 is a more attainable goal. So we're sitting at 250 right now. Like I said, we were down 10 pounds from last year's video. So if we could lose 20 pounds throughout the year, that'd be great. But that's like a generic goal. You know that. Everyone does that. Whatever. I just want to start eating a little healthier at work. And that's like really what I need to do. Ended up eating too much fast food at work. I need to eat more stuff that I make at home and just bring it in. It's laziness, really. But I will say, with coming into 2020 now, my job announced that will no longer be working on the weekends, which means I could take care of myself on the weekends like I want to. I could stream on the weekends when I want to. I can get
It was a
those
thing,
meals ready
but, you
for
know,
the week like I want to,
again, we'll talk
and
about
actually
all.
take care of myself. I know I just talked about um never asking for money or anything like that, and I don't, and it killed me. It killed me to put that surgery goal up. Like, that was harder to do than coming out. You guys made it very easy to come out, and as you guys heard, like, in a little earlier story, like, I couldn't even, like, accept, like, dinner from Callie and Wolfstar the other night, this morning. That, like, it's hard for me to ask for things because, like, I'm afraid I'm gonna push people away by asking for things. So to put that surgery goal up was really, like, terrifying. But it is what it is, and you guys have come through. My next goal that I want to hit, since we hit 10K followers, I really, really, really want to hit 100 subs, and I want to get more emotes for the channel. Like, I
Alright,
have,
so
like, a bunch of emotes made, and I'd
at least
love to
one of our
add them in.
goals.
My artist has
Awesome.
been working very hard on stuff, and I appreciate them for it.
Alright,
Again,
I
they
thought we
want
were
to stay
gonna miss
behind
all
the
our goals
scenes.
from last year,
They do
honestly.
amazing work for me, and they're the same people I talked about in this first video who helped me become who I am today, like cracking just that little bit of eggshell that I had on when I visited them. So I would love to hit that, and I think that's attainable because we're right there. We're right there. I know we had, like, the crazy month with all the gifted subs, and I know they're all going to go back down to the normal sub rate, in a couple days here, but I think we could hit 100. And I'll put a stretch goal of 150. Like, if we hit 150, like, my mind would be blown. I know people have thousands and hundreds of them.
stretch
Like,
goal, too.
like, for what I
But
do, I
not
get it.
for the reasons that you think we did.
I'm
And
happy with
well,
what I've
again,
done
I know
so
most
far,
of you know what I'm going to
and
talk about, so
I think that's a good first step to get to, again, monetization wise, to get to that point. So if I do want to make this, like, a full-time gig, that's a good first step to get to, I'm not out there, like, throwing out myself and saying, oh, hit the sub button or do this or that, or,
I never will.
just a goal. It's just a goal. Either way, I'm not going to be upset or miserable because we don't hit the goal or whatever, but it'd be cool. It'd be really cool.
Never be upset about that.
So, again, like in the last video, I need to get better about myself. Which is something I really need to work on. I've gotten slightly better because I joke about it more, but I really do put myself down. I'm in a much, much better mental state since I've started transitioning.
100%.
Like I said, we've been transitioning now for like 6 months now, 7 months now, give or take, and I feel great. I feel so good. It was definitely the right decision for me. And I'm going to continue to display my story in Discord, and all the ups, all the downs, everything that we go through is going to be there. So I'm not just going to, hide it. I'm going to be visibly out there. So people that have come, like, into our channel and didn't know where to begin or didn't know how to react or didn't know how to start, they have a place to kind of see it firsthand. Have a place to I have documented everything that I've done so far. I take pictures of everything and just kind of anything that I felt different or any experiences that I was going through and just change it. I did it, Yeah. Along with that announcement, like, I came out to all my friends and family, like, outside of the video here on April 1st. About 4 months from now, obviously. It is exactly 4 months from now. I know how to do simple math. This is really good, But, like,
Typically 3
my
months.
family,
Is like the first
for the most part,
that's okay.
is very good about it. Like, my mom's side, since my parents had been divorced since I was, like, a little kid. My mom has unfortunately passed away. My mom's side has been excellent about it. They all call me Sarah. They all understand everything that I'm going through, and anything that they don't understand, they ask me questions, and it's in the past. That's it. However, my dad's side is not so accepting. and him being my father and everything.
Wow,
is
what a
just,
cue on that, on the
it's
music
rough
like that.
because like I want to continue a relationship with him, but if he's gonna push me away like this, then what am I supposed to do? Because I'm not losing him, he's losing me. That's how I see it. And I told myself I'd give myself a whole year before I start really getting upset and really like pushing back. I was just going through my tweets trying to find this video exactly where I put it, and going through my
Proud of
Discord
you.
and noticing all the stuff that I put in there, because I was there for Christmas last year, and that's the last time I've seen my father, is Christmas of 2018. And while I was there, my stepmother and my stepsister were talking about trans women. This is before I was out, and they were saying some pretty nasty things about them, about us. And it's just, I knew this was going to be an issue going forward, but like, I figured I would try my absolute hardest. And I am trying my hardest. And so this Thanksgiving that just passed, my family ended up having a fight about me after I hung up the phone with everybody after calling to say hello, because my sister was there, and my sister, my grandmother, and I wanted to say hello to my sister, my brother, the two people who have my back, like wholeheartedly, 100%. Those two. I had to restart the song because it was getting to the end of it or whatever, so I just kind of went back to the beginning.
I needed that.
Yeah, my brother and my sister, they understand and they fight for me every time they're over there because I'm not there anymore. So my brother, he's always standing up for me, and apparently there's a big old argument. My stepsister's been getting in touch with me about trying to move out here, like where I'm at, and to put it shortly, like, she like attacked me, from what it sounds like, from what my sister and my brother said on Thanksgiving. Like, she was being all sweet and nice to me because she wanted something, but she sees me in a very negative light. And we ended up getting into a big argument like shortly after Thanksgiving because I confronted her about it, because I'm like, listen, like, I'm not going to put up with this in my life. I'm not. You're going to be all nice to me because you want something, and then basically treat me like dirt when I'm not there because it's your opinion. That was her big thing. It's because it's her opinion. She wants me, and her argument was like, she wants me to be happy, and that's all that should matter. It shouldn't matter what her opinion is. I'm like, well, if your opinion of me is in a bad light, then I don't want you in my life. Period. And I said that straight out to her. And she's like, no, I just want you to be happy. I'm like, well, when you decide what you're going to tell you, when your opinion of me gets better, that's when we'll talk again. And that's how it's been since. And I had to do it. I had to do it for myself, not for standing up and being a rebel, because I'm not trying to like be a rebel. I wanted these people to be part of my lifestyle. I didn't want to push any of them away. But if they're gonna be feeding me terrible feelings, I'm not gonna have it. I won't put up with it. And unfortunately, as going back to the original part of the story, is that I understand it's hard for a lot of people, and they brought that up too. Like my stepsister threw it at my face, like, this is so hard for everybody. Like, it's not hard for me. Because I should expect everybody to do whatever I feel like, and they have to get along with it, which is not, again, how I've said. I told them, you take your time and everything. But the way they've like done it, remember how I said earlier how my coworkers treat me with respect, and if they ever make a mistake, they correct themselves because I know that they're trying, and I will never get mad at them for trying. I will never ever get mad at them ever for trying. Ever, because it means that they care and they're putting in the effort. My father has not once called me Sarah. My father's not once called me my daughter. He doesn't even call me. He doesn't. And and I make an effort still to call him every week, and I don't know why I do, but it's because I try. And if they're not going to try, then I'm going to have to push them out of my life. And this sucks as a New Year's resolution goal, but like, if we get to that 1 year mark and he still makes no effort, I'm going to have to push him out of my life. And it's going to suck. So, he's still my father, unfortunately. And they're still my family over there, like my stepmother and my stepsister or whatever, but I'm going to have to. Like, I can't have that in my life. Like, I can't have them hurting me. I can't have them hurting my wife. I can't have them hurting my friends and my other family who care deeply about me and make an effort. I shouldn't be miserable because they're miserable. And I'm not going to be. And that's how I know I've like grown as a person, because I won't let them just walk all over me like I have in the past. I kind of knew it was going to get to this point eventually, but I'm still going to give them the time, still going to give them another 4 months. And if they ever even like, if I go like another year without talking to them or whatever, I'll always welcome them back with open arms. If they ever decide to change and they decide that they want me in their life because they're pushing me away, I'm not losing anything. I have you guys for that. I have you guys to thank for that. So that's pretty much it. Like, this year's resolution goals, like, I don't really have like any big goals. I need to take care of myself better. I need to do what's best for me. That's kind of what a New Year's resolution is about. It's like making sure I take the right steps to become a better person. So, you know, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for helping me get to this point and realizing all the stuff that I need to do and take care of. I look forward to streaming in 2020. Not that there's too much really changing, but like, I love my new camera angle here. I love it. I love it so much. I want to incorporate some Kaizo Mario. I just got some SNES controllers for the computer so I can start playing some Kaizo levels. I know I keep saying that. But now I'm actually going to, because I've been here saying it, and I've been watching some speedrunning a lot lately, and I really want to get into it. I'll never be as good as like those big greats, but I'll have fun doing it. It looks like so much fun, and I love those ragey type of games, so I want to play like more stuff like that. But yeah, the dancing's still not going anywhere. It's still my main part of the channel. Just Dance 2020 is a blast. DDR is still a thing. I need to set up my VR headset so I can start playing Beat Saber again. Not that it's like all dismantled. Like, I have my 2 things still in the places here so I can use it. It's just, it's a pain. It's a pain to rewire everything, to do everything. But everything's nice and clean now and neat. So I'll be more willing to do it and more often. Guys, thank you so much for a wonderful 2019. And I know 2020 is going to be so exciting for me, because it's going to be the first year as my true self. All my name change goes in 3 weeks and everything. PAX is in 2 weeks. I'm super excited for that. So I'm going to be going to PAX South this year. So if you guys are going to be at South, please come by, give me a hug. I don't care if you have 1 follower. I don't care if you have 2 billion. I don't care. I don't ever care about that. We're still human beings and we still love each other. And that's what I've always promoted, you know? Thank you guys. I look forward to growing into 2020, seeing what else comes my way for this year. Hopefully nothing too major in a bad light, and hopefully just steadily good things.
Just you wait past me.
And
2020 is gonna be a hell of a fucking ride, tell you that.
I'll continue the rest of my little vacation here, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Look at the quality difference. That's already one major thing you can see right here. Look at the quality difference in video. It's been a year, guys. It's been such a year. I have so much to talk about, and I'm sorry I'm already all emotional. Gotta get the music in. We gotta get the sappy old bad music in, because that's what we do, you know that. Oh my god. So, hi everyone. here. We're a couple hours away from 2021. Of course, I want to talk about some things. Obviously, it's happened through the past year or whatever. Let me get this video down really quickly. Actually, really quickly. I really want to.
2019 has been a lot of money.
I really want to just look at the difference. Okay, look at this. Look at the difference. 2020, 2019, and then 2021 me. Oh my freaking god! It's a goddamn miracle, HRT. Like, I feel so good in my skin finally. I am just overwhelmingly happy and super positive where I'm at. Like, I just, there's not a day that I look in the mirror now and I see any of this old past me at all. Like, when I pulled this video, I immediately just like went to tears. I'm like, who is that? Like, it doesn't even look like me anymore. So, let's talk. Let's talk, everyone. Let's talk about good things. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first. Let's get some bad, heavy stuff out of the way first, alright? And obviously I'm very emotional already because you probably know where I'm going with this because, again, I was so proud of myself while I was watching the video back. So about my family, they strung me along for a little bit of a ride there this year. They started to, I didn't hold up my end of the bargain where I told myself April 1st, I'm not going to talk to them anymore if they're, we're not going to slowly push them out if they make no effort. And they still didn't make any effort, not at all. My father still never called me, and I had my surgery, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about all the good things. That's part of the good list. And I had my surgery on June 20th. June 20th? No, that's my day that I started my HRT. I think I had it on July 1st or something like that. It was like right at the end of June, right at the beginning of July, somewhere in there. And I had surgery, and they didn't even care. They didn't care. They didn't call to see if I was home, if I was okay. And you know what? I mean, that was just the first huge divide that they decided to put in, obviously, before trying to not make an effort. And I did it. I said I did what I was going to do. I said I was going to get them out of my life if that's what they chose to do. The election this year made that very easy for me because they put all their cards on the table. They put them out for everyone to see. I got into one of the biggest fights that I ever have, and probably the last time I'm ever going to talk to my grandmother, of talking about this election and what it means to me, because obviously, with our current regime that's here now, which thankfully will not be here in another couple days here, they didn't care about what he was doing to me. They didn't care what he was doing about our marriage that I have with my wife, that he was trying to remove that they were taking my rights away as a trans person. They just didn't care. They didn't care, and they put it out on the table, and then on top of that, mocked people like myself and others who are transgender and or gay or whatever. And I wasn't gonna have it. Like I said in the video, I wasn't gonna have it. And they're no longer a part of my life. I don't talk to them, and I'm happy that I did that. I did it very recently, so that's why I'm still kind of a little emotional about it, but I've never been happier, honestly. I got them all out. I don't talk to a single one of them anymore. And they did this. I didn't do this. They did this. And I keep telling myself that, and I know that to be true in my heart of hearts because I made every effort before they knew who I was to try to be a good child and be there. And they didn't care. So why am I putting all this effort into something that doesn't want to give back to me? Why should I go through that? Why should I exhaust all this radiant energy that I have on something that quite frankly doesn't care for who I am? And so they're all gone. And that's it. And I was hoping, because it happened just before Thanksgiving, obviously with the election and everything, that's when I finally had the last straw, because we were having arguments about things. And I was hoping that they would stick true to everything that I believed in such far, and they did. They didn't call me for Thanksgiving. They didn't call me for Christmas. And I'm sure as hell they're not going to call me for New Year's. And they didn't send me anything, which is good because it saved me time to send it back, because I don't want anything from them anymore. I want nothing from them. I don't want a card. I don't want anything. I don't want a single dollar. And it sucks because, like, after my surgery, like, I called my father and, like, right around August or something like that to be like, why don't you love... I, like, screamed at him, like, why don't you love me? Like, I'm your child. I'm your daughter. Whether you like it or not, I'm your daughter. And he said, like, he knows, and he called me Sarah for the first time. And I thought he was gonna... I thought he was gonna turn around. I really thought. But he didn't. It only got worse from there. It got so much worse from there. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got them all out. And that's it. I've never been happier. I've never been happier to have them all gone, because I don't have any negativity in my life anymore. I don't have to worry about what they're thinking of me or what they're saying behind my back, because they don't exist to me anymore. They don't. They don't. And with that out of the way, let's see, what else can we talk about? Okay, for bad stuff, like I said, like we'll get all the bad stuff out of the way first, you guys. I'm all emotional and everything. I want to get the bad crying out of the way because I'm a mess already. I just want to get it out of the way. So, I'm sure as most of you know, obviously 2020 has been a shit show for everyone with Corona going on and everything, and people just not respecting each other or respecting guidelines. And just it's crazy out there right now. It really is, you know. And honestly, like, I have Corona here with like a question mark to like talk about, because like obviously everyone has something that's happened to them with Corona. Unfortunately for me, a lot of good things happen because of it. And I feel almost selfish saying that, because I'm sure a lot of people have lost people who they care about. It's a terrible disease, obviously, that is wildly spreading. And I feel really guilty, but like because of that, like a lot of my good things happened because of that. And we're gonna get into that. I got out of I had an old merch brand that I was partnered up with for a little bit, and they were treating people like pretty shitty, and I decided to get out of that as well, which is another bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing that it happened, but let's talk about one or two more things, and then we'll get all to the good stuff, because I don't want to depress everyone. I know, I'm a mess, and I'm holding it together for this video. I'm telling you, like I said, like in the last video, like the hormones and everything, everything's fantastic now. Like sometimes I just can't control control my emotions, but like it's so good. It's so good to be able to have these emotions, you know? So at my job, I ended up losing my job, which is because of Corona. But again, that's a good thing. That's a good thing that happened, and we're gonna talk about that here in a minute. But before Corona happened, I had a situation at work that kind of like turned everything around. Like, remember how I was saying in the past video that like everything is good and everyone kind of respects me and whatnot. Well, I had an incident happen at work where I was sexually assaulted, and that's not good. Obviously, like it was a pretty low moment in my life, and the way they treated the situation at the time, I thought it was good. I thought it was good the way they treated it because I was worried I was gonna lose my job again because now I'm just creating trouble and being who I am. I know, I thought I was gonna lose my job originally from that, and it wasn't like anything super major that happened to me, but major enough to obviously talk about it and affect me the way it did. I'm sorry, just give me a moment. So yeah, they separated him from me. They didn't fire this person. In fact, like I don't even like remember his name. Like I blocked him like out of my memory, like completely. His face, his personality, everything, because it was that traumatizing for me as a human being, to experience this. But I used it as a way to get stronger, and I didn't let it destroy me. In fact, but my job, like I said, they didn't treat it very good, and I thought at the time they did, but they didn't, and it only progressively got worse from that point. They were really treating me really terrible at work, almost like they wanted me to quit. And then Corona came around, and I got laid off within like the first week of Corona happening. And let me tell you, and I know like all this is bad, but this is probably the turning point of a lot of good things in my life. That one moment of getting laid off. Like I was desperate and terrified about what I was going to do. Obviously I had streaming as a back fall, which I did pretty much full time. Pretty much full time while things were happening. But like within that, Mixer closed down also. So that's gonna be the last like bad thing that we talk about here is that Mixer closed down, and like the partnership that I had wasn't like be all end all. Like I'm not like freaking out that I don't have a partnership anymore, or that I don't get like puts in the doors for like certain things and whatnot. Like I'll have like codes for stuff or front page features whenever I can squeeze myself into them, or stuff like that, like available to me. And my community got split apart, and honestly, like it happened at a time where I was. This is why it's gonna turn to like all good stuff. Like I know it all sounds bad. Like all the stuff that I was talking about all sounds bad, but just wait. I'm telling you, it's crazy how all this bad stuff became like some of the best stuff for me. And I'm gonna explain it. It's just so weird, but it was, yeah, all this bad stuff happened. Like things were closed down, but like, and it happened at like the worst time too, because. Again, one of the good things that we're going to be talking about is my surgery that we were saving up for. It was scheduled for like, it it was scheduled a week after I found out that Mixer was closing. Like I'll go tell you the whole story about how I found out Mixer was closing. I know we talked about that night when Mixer was closing. So I was in the hospital. So okay, let me base this off. Like I know if you guys have been around this channel for a while and seen like all my stuff in the Discord and stuff, I talk about literally everything about my transition and everything going ups and downs, the bads, the goods. Something that happened was that my original surgeon was screwing with me. Their office was really like pulling my leg and whatnot. Give me 1 second. I'll start this over again. I know I've gone so long already. I know it's gonna be a long ass video this time, but I have so much to talk about. Okay, so like my old surgeon was kind of messing with me, and they told me it was going to be $20,000 for my orchiectomy, which shouldn't cost any more than a few thousand, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 at most, out of pocket without insurance covering it. Because I figured my insurance wasn't going to cover it, which is why we were raising money to begin with. Again, a lot of that money was my money that I put into that fund that you guys. We smashed that goal like super early. Like I can't believe that we got the funds like so quickly. And as soon as like that situation got ready, like I started looking, and then I'm going back to like the Corona thing. Like I was able to get my surgery because of Corona. I was able to go get my surgery because my job was non-existent. I didn't have to fight with somebody to find out if I could get off for a few weeks or not be rushed back where I'd hurt myself, because obviously I was out of work and I was just streaming. And I was down for a good like 3 weeks where I was like really rough. I missed a couple people's birthdays, and we'll get into like stuff like that. And I got yelled at for saying hello, and I kept everybody updated on Twitter how my thing is. But Mixer closed like right in the middle of that, so like I had this feeling of like desperation, like I'm gonna fall behind all my peers and no one's gonna want to be around me anymore. And boy, was I fucking wrong about all of that. Oh my god, like yeah, I don't see a couple people back from like Mixer, and I get that. I understand. Like I was a partner, I get that. Maybe some people only wanted me there because maybe I have some numbers to offer them, or I rate them, or whatever. But like, and I understand like everyone was all over the place freaking out about where they're going, what they're doing. And I felt terrible because like not only did I feel like I was falling behind, I felt like I was failing my peers as well, because I couldn't support anyone going to these places because I was incapacitated in a bed, drugged out, like trying to get over the pain of the surgery that I just had. And I didn't want people thinking that like I didn't care about them anymore, which obviously, I care about each and every one of you. But yeah, it opened my eyes to like a lot of things. Not having that check mark or that status anymore. People that you used to see regularly come in, even just to say hello, like you don't see them anymore. And I'm gonna touch on that. Because like you're like, oh yeah, well, you weren't in people's streams because you had surgery. We're gonna talk about this, okay? So let's get into all the good things. We had our surgery. Like, I got a whole list here. I got a whole piece of paper here of things I want to talk about, because I'm all over the place for 2020, and I just wanted to get it written down so I could articulate my thoughts into words for you guys. Surgery. We had surgery. Like, you guys raised the money for it. And I got my orchiectomy done, and there was a tiny thought of regret, or will I regret this, just before I went under. But my god, it is one of the best decisions that I've ever made. My confidence is flowing. My medicine is full on taking the effects that it's supposed to, as I'm sure as you saw in the video. I mean, I don't mean to like brag, but like things are developing as they should, and I feel fantastic. And the overwhelming love and support of people showing me like, hey, we're here for you, even though like you're down and your platform's closing. We're here for you. We're here for you. Everyone would check up on me, obviously, besides my father. He could go fuck himself. He doesn't exist anymore. We explained that already. But no more. I mean, everyone came out to check in on me, and everyone was so happy for me, including myself. Like it was a life changing moment, even though it's like so simple, something so simple. Um, but it changed my life for the best, honestly. I feel so good. I can't tell you how good I feel. It's impossible to put into words. Like, it finally, all the puzzle pieces are starting to come together, and just my personality is glowing even more, and I'm just more of me, and it feels good. It feels good. Along with that, so like obviously the Rona happened, and I got laid off, and I lost my job, and then I had my surgery. I got called back to go to work. They had kept open this entire time, and they kept like 8 people to work. Me and my old coworker joke about it all the time. We called them the Elite 8. Like, they only kept like the people who they wanted to keep, or whatever. And now the band was getting back up because the people had just gotten their stimulus checks or whatever, and just like they were trying to get people back. And within, I want to say, a week and a half of going back to work after being laid off for like 6, 7, or 8 months. I forget. I was laid off for a few months, like pretty much the entirety that I could have. I decided there that I am not working there anymore because they treat me like absolute garbage. That 7 months that I had off for being laid off, I gained my self-confidence. I gained my self-respect. I gained all my willpower to really care for myself because I needed to. And at my old job, when I was going to work every day, I just thought that was just a normal thing. And after being off for that long, like, I don't care. Like, I'd rather work somewhere else, make less money, and be respected rather than deal with this every day of my life for God knows how long. I'm not doing it. So my old coworker, he comes in the stream like every now and again. I forget his name because he doesn't come in very often. He almost pretty much like saved my life in a way. Not that I was like suicidal or anything too much, because of my job. It was just because of certain people at my job. But when I had off for all this time, like I got rid of all that. There was no more of that at all. But he called me like after like my second week at my job, because he had gotten fired like a while ago, like a year and a half ago he got fired. He had some issues, and obviously they couldn't keep him. He was like the best worker that they had at this company. And he left and went to a different company, which is where he's at now. And he called me and said, "Hey, what's up? How's everything?" You know, we always like kept in touch or whatever, but he had called me to see like if I wanted a job, and I said abso-fucking-lutely, like, and I'll do anything at this point. Anything at this point to get out of this place, because I was getting ready to go apply to Amazon and just work in Amazon, make way less money than I was making, because I had my self-respect back and I wasn't going to be treated like dirt anymore. And I'm sure I would have been treated dirt like at Amazon, but it wouldn't have been the same dirt that I was being treated at my old job, being dead named and just worked terribly. Like, they would just discriminate against me for every little thing. They'd yell at me for like the littlest of things. The parts guy would avoid the things that I would need and make sure to make my day miserable. The people there would make sure to go out of their way to make my day miserable. And he invited me over to this new job, and I've been at this job I was looking at it this morning because we were talking about it, because at the end of the year, I've been at this job for 3 months. 3 months I've been at this job, and I've never been happier. I make more money. I work a lot less than I do. Yeah, I have hard days. I still have a lot of hard days, especially now because like it's our busiest time of the year and we get crazy. And these last 3 weeks, I kind of like had a little bit of a bitch fit. I had a little bit of a bitch fit at my job yesterday, because like it's been like 3 weeks of just hell, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this again today, and they took work away from me to like make it easier for me for today and yesterday, and I'm very thankful for that because like now I'm nice and relaxed again. But I've only been at this job for 3 months, and within those 3 months, I've made like $18,000 in those 3 months. That's almost like a $70,000 job if you like put it out for like the entirety of a year. Also, not adding in the fact that I'm not paying for gas anymore because they give me a work truck that I get to take home every day. So I don't pay for gas. I don't pay for insurance. I don't have to pay anything, and I have my own truck that I can take literally on the weekends wherever I want to do with it. Just not that I do it because it's a giant truck with lots of tools and stuff in it, but it's there if I need it. Like if I need to go pick something up or whatever, it's mine to use and as I need. So, I mean, I'm super blessed to have that. And everyone at my job loves me for who I am. They don't dead name me because they don't know that I have a dead name. They just treat me as the woman as I am. There's no question. There's no oh, sir, oh, sorry, ma'am. None of that. There's zero of that. Everyone knows me as Sarah because that's who I am. And everyone loves me there. Like, it's such a great work environment. All my coworkers are amazing, and just, it's a really big company. It's a huge company, but like our division's like kind of small, so we have like 7 or 8 guys that work for our specific division. There's a stock ticker, like it's that big of a company. The stock is like worth like $117, like the last I checked. It's a huge company, so like if I decide I want to move from where I'm at, I can go move to like another state and continue doing what I do, go to like another company under their name and still do the same thing that I do and still make the same money that I do and keep my truck and all that. So yeah, I owe my old coworker a lot. I owe him a lot, honestly, because he saved my life almost. He saved a big chunk of disaster that could have possibly been. Not to say, like I said, I wasn't like really like super suicidal, but some of my coworkers really drove me to some dark places, and I never show you guys those dark places because that's not right. It's not right to do that to you, especially when a lot of you just came to me for that positive beingness throughout the day, So yeah, the job is fantastic. To touch on that also, like I talked about, let's see. So having all that time off really like gave me my confidence back, my self-respect. Like I love sharing who I am, and I love being who I am, and you guys see that because like we got a boyfriend this year, and while it didn't work out in the end, it was a wonderful experience. And I was called mom for the first time, and that's a feeling that I'll never ever forget. Like, like I can't obviously, be mom to this child, but like I'm always gonna be there for her whenever we talk every now and again, and I'll always be there for her. Just it's a feeling I can't describe, We got new merch, so that's a good thing for this year. I'm sure you guys have been seeing it. Hold on, let me reach behind the camera here. We got brand new merch. I love it. I love it so much. We got that. I got me some printed metallics of my logo and everything. I know there's a big old glare because I got my ring light on. But, like, I love the quality of my new merch place. I'm working with Redbubble. I can design anything I want and put it on there basically and have it sold and you guys can buy it. And I've not like set like high commission rates on any of the things because it's never about making money for me. Some people just really like the stuff, and that's why I make it. And I guess so Mixer closed down. But is that a good thing though? I want to say, yeah, it kind of is. Not for the reasons of missing my community and missing like a lot of the people that came in, but like, remember how I touched on other people where I was worried about not finding anyone. Like, people like really showed their true colors. Like, I try to pop in people's streams as much as I can. I've always been like a super lurker because I don't talk in people's streams so much, but I'm always there and I'm always hanging out. And I'm always like, hey, I was in your stream the other day while you're doing this, and this, because like that's just what I do. I have to reset the song again because I've been talking forever. But like, there's no question that obviously the overall numbers have gone down, but I honestly don't care about that because I've never cared about that. Yeah, I said I really wanted to push towards making this like a full-time gig, but I enjoy keeping it like where I'm at and just being myself and doing things that I love. And because Mixer closed down, I was able to be ingrained into this Twitch community here. I was selected to make Mixer a better place before it shut down, and they had chosen me for like ways to make it like better for LGBTQ people, and I was gonna be like an ambassador for Mixer, which like how like the Twitch ambassador program, like I was gonna be an ambassador for Mixer. They had selected me, and then like a few weeks after that, like I was about to present, I had like a whole presentation that I had made, and then obviously I never got to display that because they closed down. So my partner managers reached out to someone by the name of Dale, and I thank Dale for all the things that he did for me, and he pointed me in a bunch of right directions to get my ball rolling, and they pointed me to someone named Nicotine on Twitch, and she is a huge Twitch streamer who happens to be one of the leaders of our Transmission Gaming, our transgender stream team, and they welcomed me with open arms there, and they were just like, yeah, no, I mean, it's fantastic to have you here. We had a charity event in the end of October. I raised $1,000 that week. Like, I couldn't even like believe it. Like, as a team, I think we raised like $50,000 or something like that, or some crazy number like that. I was super proud to be a part of that. We had our first Twitch front page feature because of that, which I think has gotten my ball like rolling a little bit here back on Twitch now that we're back on Twitch. That night was crazy nuts. I'm used to being on the front page on Mixer, and I'm used to hearing all the hate and the trolls and everything that I would get. So it wasn't like a phase of that at all. Like, I was like, I'm not worried about it. But it was crazy, and it was a lot of fun crazy. There was a lot of people in that stream. And I think because of that, we found like a lot of new people. And like, everything's like starting to like slowly like build up again. Sure, I want to be a partner again, of course, but it doesn't mean like I have to do this like full time. I still want to make this like just a place where people can come to hang out and unwind after a hard day, just like I do, because that's like unwinding for me. It's my social time. It's how I was able to stay sane during all this Corona thing. Like, everyone's like panicking and they can't go out and they can't do things, and honestly, this is like my way of being social with everyone. So it wasn't like too big a deal, My biggest thing is I was not able to go to as many restaurants as I usually go to throughout the year, so more cooking, which is fine. So yeah, I mean, with that closing down and we moving to Twitch and we got ingrained into that, we moved into a beautiful Just Dance community, and little Sia and everyone here that runs that community welcomed me with open arms. They all know who I was already because of my positive outlook, and we've hung out at cons before at PAX East. Like I've met with Zayla and Sakura Sushi and Little Red and Asian Sensation, and I can go on and on of all the people that I've met at all these PAXs that they knew who I was already, and just all these other Just Dancers who knew who I were just based on me hanging out in their streams because they'd see me because I come over to Twitch all the time to hang out with them. They all welcomed me with open arms as soon as everything closed, and they were super happy to have me over here. And they had me doing we do birthday videos here, so when one of the team members has a birthday, we all go behind their back and we record their favorite song, and it's so much fun. It's so nice to have a community over a game that you love. Like on Mixer, it was literally me. And as much as I had fun building that community on that game, there was nowhere to share that community with. And I don't know, So again, thank you so much to Center Stage and Transmission Gaming, the two amazing gaming communities that I've become a part of here. Really making my Twitch life super easy to get adjusted into and settle in. Just fantastic people all around. It's not the same Twitch that I was afraid of coming out, and why I went to Beam, because I was afraid of coming out because I kind of knew I needed to come out at some point, and that's why I went. And you know what? It was some of the best years of my life, and I will never regret moving. But I sit here and I think about all the people I've helped and everything. Maybe I could have helped more people if I was just stayed on Twitch and make Twitch a better place. But I don't think dwell on that too hard because Mixer was fantastic. It really was. The whole family that I made there, it was amazing. So we got that Twitch front page, and I started seeing people from Mixer who used to be in the streams all the time, come back and oh my god, I know you're Moo and I love you, this, that. And I'm oh yeah, this is the first time you've been here since everything is broken, I don't know. And it was just, I noticed it. I hate to say that I noticed it, but I did. And I don't know. Whatever. If I was being used for numbers, I was being used for numbers. I don't care. Because I know the people who are my true friends and family, and I will literally take my dress off and give it to somebody else if they needed it. You know who I am, and I'm just, you guys are all fantastic. Alright, so this is supposed to be a New Year's resolution. That was my 2020 in review. Yeah, we've had craziness. As you can see, we've expanded upon our little thing here. I've talked about in the last video that I wanted to start doing some Super Mario Kaizo. Hey, we got a SNES, and we got a bunch of things. I've been doing Legend of Zelda randomizers, which is something I've wanted to do forever, and I've gotten really good at them. I just bought this. You can't really see it. If I zoom in, it'll focus onto it. Come on, focus. Don't focus on me. It's not going to. Okay, but if you look inside, there's a FX Pack Pro in there. I just bought that for myself for this Christmas. I'm getting it all set up still, but I'll be able to play all my randomizers and all my Kaizos on hardware where I don't have to run an emulator anymore and worry about the input lag or just things messing up. So I'm super happy about that. So let's talk about 2021, you guys. Weights. I failed miserably in 2020 as for weight as a goal, but now I have a new purpose behind it, and I need to do it. So I am currently sitting at 260, so I moved back to 260, but I will say that when I had my surgery in July, I actually went up to 292, it was my highest weight. And I'm attributing it to laying in bed for almost a month. But we knocked it back down to 260. So I see that as a win right there. I've since decided that I want to get my full surgery. And I'm being completely open with you guys as always. I want to get my vaginoplasty. That's the thing that I want to get next, and probably going to be my last surgery. I thought my orchiectomy was going to be my one and only, but as I sit here, I really want the other surgery. And in order to get that surgery, I need to lose some weight before they'll even talk to me. So I want to lose some weight. I have to stick to that goal. I have to. So I need to lose weight. I don't care how much weight it is. I'm not going to throw a number on it. I just need to be more consistent with losing weight. For those of you guys that are around the channel, I've also started doing a little bit of YouTube as well, where I take my stream clips. I have a little program that Make Echoes. They're a fantastic company. They take your stream clips. You just push a button on your stream deck for as long as you want it to be, and it automatically makes a YouTube video at the end when you're all done. It's great for highlighting like funny moments in the stream, or just like little crazy things that happen in the randomizers, or I get a really good dance score, or whatever, just whatever. And I would really, really like to hit 500 subscribers by the end of this year. 1 year from today, obviously. For my YouTube channel, just to get it up and moving. I'm currently at 50 on the nose, I believe. So I want to get 500 subscribers and like around 10 views a video. Like if I could get around those numbers, I'd feel really good about where I'm going with my YouTube thing. I'm not making it like a super career or anything. Just, again, for people who can't make the streams and they want to see like some of the funny things that happen during them. It's a short little compilation of stuff that happened, I'm also going to be uploading more things to YouTube, because this is something I want to do in 2021 as well. Everyone seems to love my mukbang videos that we do. We have like a little grill here. We cook some food, we talk, and we eat and just have a great time. And Christmas Eve, I had like a little bit of a cooking thing. Like I put it on a mobile stream, and I was cooking lobster, and everyone wanted to watch that. And everyone's telling me like I need to start like a cooking show. I don't know if I want to start like a show because like coming up with like recipes and stuff, like I have no idea. Like I don't know if I have that creative bone, like creating things, but actually like doing them, I enjoy it to hell. Like I love cooking, I love baking, I love doing all that stuff. So we're gonna be doing more cooking streams in the future for sure. I bought a foam mount. We're gonna be doing that tonight. I don't know when this video is gonna get published, but tonight we're doing a cooking stream. It's gonna be like our first official one, I guess. I don't know. And then of course, obviously, with losing weight for surgery, I gotta start saving money for surgery. Now, 2 things with this. This surgery is gonna cost way the fuck more than the surgery I had, but I also have way better insurance because of my new job. So hopefully I can get my insurance company to cover a good portion of it. But generally this one out of pocket, even with like decent insurance, I've heard can cost anywhere from like $5,000 on the low end, but I've heard $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 for this surgery. Also you're down for like 2, 3, 4 months, no working, no walking around. So I need to save a lot of money to have this surgery. And unlike my last surgery where I was creating a goal for it, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to ask you guys to help at all with this surgery. The last surgery that I had was an absolute necessity, and I needed it as soon as I physically could. And the moment that I could, I took it and we did it. This is not a necessity. This is not, oh my god, I need to do this because I'm going nuts. This is not that kind of surgery. The poison is out of my head already at this point, where I don't have the testosterone flowing through my system anymore, and I feel fantastic. So this is not like, oh my god, I gotta get this done. I wouldn't call this a 2021 goal. I'd almost call this a 2022 goal, because it's gonna be a long time to save up for surgery. There's certain things that I gotta get. I gotta get laser surgery in certain areas and get things rolling with that. So I want to dance more. Again. I haven't been dancing recently because I had injured my back when I went back to work for my old job, and I've been kind of terrified too. But I did a birthday video the other day, and I'm kind of happy where I'm at again. So I'm gonna start dancing more again. And then my last goal, I hope we get something done with Corona. Not that I could do anything about that, but I want to wear a goddamn swimsuit this year. Like I was ready to last year, and I bought a swimsuit and I was ready to go, but obviously everything happened with Corona, and then nothing happened with that. So those are my goals for 2021, you guys, and I hope you guys can help me attain some of them. Like the YouTube one is gonna be like the big one that like I focus on, I guess, as far as like pushing things. But I hope everyone has a wonderful New Year's, a happy, safe New Year's tonight. I will see you guys later tonight, I'm sure. And wherever you are, please be safe with what you're doing and don't do anything too crazy. I love you all. Thank you so much again for another amazing year.